name is Sasha Hitachi, and I'm a flute player from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
And my name is John Robert Santiago, and I'm a flute player from Rowland Heights, California.
Today we're having a masterclass with Demarre McGill, who's the principal flute of the Seattle Symphony and a professor at CCM.
Hope you enjoy.
Okay, this is good. All right, let's start from the top. Yeah, let's start from the top. Okay, it's all very good. Obviously, this is a very important concerto. It's a brilliant concerto. We start immediately with the 16-note passage marked fortissimo staccato. It's a brilliant opening. I want to get this sense, and I'm missing the fortissimo quality. It has nothing to do with actual volume, but it has to do with energy. And so I'm finding that it's a little bit too nuanced, the articulation, where I just want brilliance immediately, just solid brilliance. All right, let's try it again. Okay, again. When you get to the slur, when I see like a slur in a sea of articulated notes, that's a very special moment. It's an expressive moment. So exaggerate that. You don't have to play much louder than this. There's brilliance in just simply the approach that you have now of just like, I want just consistency in sound. We don't need any peaks or valleys. Just that's enough. Okay. Again. Okay, great. I love the energy now. I love the energy. We can actually even take a step back now, and I want you to recognize that the brilliance is in the clarity as well. So I don't want you to, even though it's marked fortissimo, even though I was missing that energy initially, I want you to also recognize that the brilliance is simply in the clarity. So you can actually take a step back, inject it with even more energy, so that it sounds, of course, spirited and brilliant, but actually not forced. Vibrate. Go. Okay, your ending is so, it's so nice. After this opening, from the top. Clarity, singing. Go on. All right, this is really wonderful. I am hearing the contrast between the lyrical section, but I want even more. The articulated 16th notes, once again, I want them to be so brilliantly clean. All right, right in the A flat. Okay, but do not slow down. Be as expressive as you can possibly be, but legally, within the context of the pulse that you've already established. Yeah, energy. Expressive energy. So that the slur passage, the lyrical passage, is actually in a way more like passionate than the articulated passage. Okay, from the A flat again. Okay. Please, there's no dynamic indication, right? Where is this? Where did you end?
Right there.
Yeah. There's no dynamic indication, but when we're going up to this G flat, it's a pretty major moment. It's a major arrival. So let's leave room to actually expand, to grow. This is all very good. Let's start from the A flat again. All right, try this again. When we get to the articulated passage, I want to get the sense that this is not difficult for you. I don't want it to sound nonchalant at all, but I just want you to focus on playing very, very clean. Still with energy, but like once again, the brilliance is in the clarity, and the lyrical sections can be still more expressive. Right, one more time. Clean. Go. Okay, I love these trills. We could do the machine gun version of them, kind of like what you did. But I think they're actually more glorious than that. So think of the trills as being, more expressive. That's how I interpret this forte piano. As an expressive gesture, not just a technique that allows you to play, like move a finger as fast as humanly possible. Not that. Okay. All right, the first G flat. Yeah. Put everything you have into it. Yeah. So that they're brilliant, but there's still actual warmth. Okay, the result won't be that it sounds warm, but I would have this approach. Okay, one more time, the G flat. I want you to maintain the energy throughout this 16th note progression. And for right now, I want you to stand completely still when you play it, just for practice. And I want you to put the energy that you would have used to move just into the music, okay? To redirect that energy. The trills. Yeah, just a gradual dee ta dee ta yum pum pum. It should be. It's a very structured crescendo. And I believe you have one slur in this one slur, right? It's a special moment. It's a slur, a 2-note slur in a sea of 16 notes. That's a big deal. So okay, right in an A flat. Okay. No. Because this same note is gonna really come from a completely different universe afterwards. So super brilliant. Okay, one more time. Let's stand completely still, redirect that energy into the music. Okay. Clean. D, D, focus, clarity immediately. No. May I hear? Slowly. When you play, okay. When something is less than perfect, when you're playing it at tempo, when you slow down the tempo and it's easier, don't play it like it's easy. You know, like, I want you to put even more energy into making sure that it's more than accurate, more than brilliant when you're practicing slowly. So then when you speed up the tempo, not only have you practiced playing it accurately, but you've also practiced playing it spiritedly and brilliantly, you know? Okay, right on the A flat, slowly. Yeah. More staccato. Yeah, but don't get heavy. They should always be the same. Same length, same articulation, same energy. The A flat again, this tempo. No, even I can tell by the way you stop there. You were like the car that's like actually not driving as quickly as it should be, right? Like that translates into lack of energy. And then he's like, oh, should I stop? And so he just slows down. You know, I want you to be playing with a type of energy that like, if you thought I wanted you to stop, you would still be in the moment. It's too casual. Slow tempo. Yes, just make sure that you keep the crispness like as you descend. All right, let's play it up to tempo. Okay, let's put it all together from this G flat. Bum, bum, bum. Gentle, not like I want, not gentle, I think that, but I want a round edge. I don't, let's see. I don't like that so much. Bum, bum, bum. Dum, dum, dum. Jump, bum, dee, sing. Dum, bum, bum. Okay, continue. Okay, you have a mezzo forte, a decrescendo from this F to the G flat, and I didn't hear anything. I want you to really imagine like the thought and the effort that a composer put into writing this mezzo forte and a decrescendo. You know, this is your piece. You pretend like you wrote this piece, and not only are you coming up with the notes and sort of maybe even some sort of this concept, musical concept for the entire work, and you're going to trust this work with like millions of flutists, you know, after it's composed, and you decided that it was really important for the first note to be mezzo forte, decrescendo into this G flat, and someone just chose to ignore it, you know? It could be seen as disrespectful. You understand that? So let's do this. Okay, let's try it. Okay. Let's try it. I would love to hear it with a slightly faster vibrato, so that even when you're coming down and you're playing softly, it's still full of energy. Let's try that. All right, let's play it together. You know, I want you to play this with the same amount of energy that you used in the beginning. You know, the music by itself, just visually, seems very, very placid, you know? But if you see that just because it's placid doesn't mean that you don't need to contribute anything to it. You can play it very calmly, but I prefer it to be almost fantasy-like in the amount of energy and passion you're putting into it. So let's hear that. Leave room on this C natural to have a contrasting C natural, two bars later, color-wise. For me, this is clear also by the crescendo that comes the following bar. I see crescendo, and the first thing that I think is what?
Phrasing of the note?
If you see crescendo, crescendo will instruct me to do what? If you see a crescendo. Crescendo means what?
To crescendo, or get louder?
To get louder,
yes.
Right. So the first thing that you may think about when you see a crescendo is, oh, I have to get louder. That would make sense, right? The first thing that I think about when I see crescendo is that, oh, I need to be softer so that I can crescendo, you know? So let's keep this C natural up, substantial, a healthy sound, getting to the core of the sound so that we can do a nice color change, so that we can actually have room to then crescendo. Okay, one last time on the F. Just keep this beautiful sound here. Yes, you ran out of air. It's okay, but I love what you're doing now. When you get to this, assuming that we have enough air in the tank left, I want this to be super vibrant, especially because it's soft. All right, let's start right on this G flat. Yeah. Bum, bum. Great, great. After you take a breath after that C natural, right?
Yes.
The soft one. As soon as you take a breath there, and especially because it's at the beginning of a crescendo, I see the melody beginning with that first note. You probably weren't aware that you didn't vibrate the G sharp. It wasn't your intention not to, right? Ultimately, it doesn't really matter to me whether or not you vibrate it. I want to get some sense that you're aware that the melody begins on the first note, you know, and I find that a lot of us simply are disconnected with when we need to warm up the sound, for instance, and we just simply vibrate when it's comfortable. We begin the phrase, so the first note gets ignored, so we end up vibrating around the second or third note, you know. If I hear that you begin the phrase, and not in an automatic sense, vibrating that first note, but in a sense that the melody begins now, it really changes my assumption about your level immediately, because it shows that you care about the notes that are often neglected, okay? All right, let's start in a G flat again. For instance, that beautiful first note. Dum dum bum bum. Sing. Come on. Bum bum bum. Dun dun dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I don't like that. That sounds like the first time in the piece. Oh, that's you. That's not Iber. It was like, I'm gonna do yeah. It sounded too copied and pasted. I'm sorry. I would just dee da dee da dum dee. You know, you should be respectful to the orchestra. That you really won't have there won't be an issue of you drowning the orchestra out, but be respectful, you know, to your collaborators because they actually have the melody now, but you don't have to do something so as drastic as that because it actually will take away from my paying attention as a listener to the melody and focus on your trill, you know. So let's start here, not here, on the G sharp. Sing. Tons of energy. Yes. Bum, bum, bum. Dun, dun, dun. Dee, da, 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 da. Dee, 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 da, da, da. Bum. Dun. Okay, good. Without slowing down at all, I would think of this final measure. He had it dum melodically. Just like dum. I really like to view and appreciate the difference between the articulated 16th notes or the articulated passages and the legato, the slurred passages in this music. They shouldn't be the same. Like the slurred 16th notes should not have the same feeling as da. I believe they should be more expressive while respecting and honoring like the pulse, okay? Okay, that's enough.
Thank you.
Yeah, good work. And what are you gonna play?
I'll be playing the first movement of the Wilson Concerto.
Okay, great. Okay, good. From the top. Okay, it's not bad at all. I want you to think about one thing, and this was better the second time around, but you know, you play with so much wonderful energy, and we'll never ever take it away from you at all. No one should, because it's great. What will make it even more brilliant is if you take this energy and while you're giving every note, everything you have, you make sure that you're not coloring outside of the lines, you know? Because if you can stay within the lines, then it's actually even more intense, you know? Sometimes, you know, you're giving so much that, that I feel that I'm noticing your energy when I want to notice the energy that is the music. You understand? So I want you to put all of it into the notes, but make sure that you're not escaping the line. And the line is actually is the work, you know? Okay, from the top. That's great, great. Now let's see if we can add a little bit more spice now. Like if you remove some of the seasoning, and it's really gorgeous. You can step up to that line even further now though, okay? A little bit further than you just did. Okay. So if I didn't know the work, I would think that these D's that you played, were the same articulation or had the same instruction as the eighth note triplets at the beginning. They were kind of played the same. The D's are different. The D's have these accents. I see these accents as being not necessarily aggressive, but I see them as being a little more expressive, you know? So I would love to hear that. So all of that energy that we're talking about, the coloring outside the lines, I want you to really step up to the line for these D's, okay? Okay. Yeah. And continue that energy into the E for sure. Right here. Yeah, and then continue. Yes, and then take away the edge a little bit when we get to this slurred progression. Round E. Yes, without getting so soft. There is a diminuendo, but at least wait a little bit longer before you do that, okay? Yeah, it's too soft. I want the softest moment of this to be the actual piano in this measure, in measure 10. You're getting too soft too soon. Yes, so as we discussed in the Iber, if I see a diminuendo, I'm going to make sure that I begin with some substance in the context of the dynamic I've been playing, you know, so that the diminuendo doesn't start it doesn't start too soon. It will start, perhaps in this case, I would say, you know, 3 or 4 16 notes later. Okay. Yeah, da dee da dee da dee da dee da. Every note. Just make sure. I don't want to hear. Even that's getting all of the notes, but. You know, so that piano is not just a volume, but it's a character indication as well. Okay, let's hear that. Okay, without making a crescendo at all, I want you to imagine when you actually go up to the A in that bar that that's an expressive indication, okay? Again. And now sing. Clarity. Taka 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 ti molto staccato. Taka 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 ti taka 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 taka. Clean, clean. Okay, good. Okay, the energy is in the articulation. Right into the B flats. Okay, we have D flat, and then, wow, there's a D natural all of a sudden, right? That's a big deal. It didn't sound like a big deal to you, right? He could have continued writing D flats all day, you know? But what I also mentioned in the Demarre about 1, 2, the expressive third or the different third. This is the same thing. Taka 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 D natural. You know, okay. So I want you to appreciate that, embrace it. Yes. You know, if you slow it down, you can hear that the D natural is way more optimistic. Super expressive, okay. Yeah, but you're kind of bulldozing over it. The D natural is so much warmer. Okay, we're the trills. Okay, so when you were trilling, you did kind of a hairpin thing. I would prefer that the increase in intensity happens from bar to bar. To there, okay? Go! Yes, and I would love to hear that the F sharp is really the pinnacle of the peak of this phrase, and not the little grace notes before it, or not in the trill before the grace notes, okay? That the F sharp really is where we're headed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dun, yes, but still build. I wanted you to be in control over this increase in intensity. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go, go. It's okay. It's okay. When you're running out of air, you have to immediately start playing. Okay, hopefully you never run out of air, but you're human, maybe it will happen. Then you have to make sure that it sounds like whatever you're doing is on purpose. You understand? So always stay in control over the air, even if, I don't want you to pass out though. But really control the air, especially when you're running out of it. Let's start right here. Yeah, taka taka ta, taka 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 ta ta ta. I think there's things we can do to make it sound a little less random and a little bit more organic. And so let's just try from here. Right now, not doing much. Okay. Now, every note. Okay, now I want you to play this again. I want you to just pay attention to every time you have a low F natural. Okay? Okay, and every low F natural you have right now, I want a beautiful warm vibrato. But you don't have to accent it. Okay, and from the, let's see, the second to last low F natural, I want from that point on, I want you to pace beautifully and naturally the rallentando from this F natural. Again. Yeah, okay. This E flat, when you get to the E flat, it's a little hurried. You don't have to slow down. There's no indication to necessarily slow down, but we do notice as a tranquillo marking, a couple of beats earlier. And so I want you to keep that in mind when you get to the E flat. Okay. Okay, good. From the beginning. Okay, take your time. I see, maybe this is just my interpretation of what you're feeling, but I feel when you get to this piano, you seem panicked. I'm not saying that you are, but you seem it, okay? So it's the opposite of that. Serene, peaceful, play it beautifully. Don't tense up. I know that it's somewhat of a finger twister, but it won't be if you're actually thinking melodically. If you're thinking just very vertically each note, yes, it can be a little awkward, but if you're thinking in a linear way, with the desire to play it beautifully, it actually becomes much easier from the top. Dum bum ba dum. Espresso. Again, no, take your time. Play that again, play that measure. You have more time than you think. Is it okay? Okay, you know what? I will help you out here. I would vibrate this E flat. Even if the vibrato doesn't speak, just think about vibrating this E flat, okay? Again. And then from there, I want you to think it's an expressive phrase to that A natural. Okay? Again. Again. Okay, all right. That's so much better. I don't get the sense that you're thinking like this, you know, you know, a finger twister at all. One of the main differences between, you know, the two of us, okay, one of them, you know, other than age, is it's not just, I mean, and I say age in terms of like time spent with this music and with this instrument. One of the main differences is that I've learned how to problem solve pretty well, you know. And so this is very important because you know this piece very well. Seems like it. Well, you know it well enough to play it well. You know, it sounds great. But this measure seems to be causing some stress. You know, if you figure out the way to actually think about it, then in 2 tries you can play it as beautifully as you just did. You know, over the course of even a week, being that efficient, how much progress you can make. You understand? If you're able to fix a measure like that just, you know, in 30 seconds or less by thinking, okay, what's causing the trouble? If I go to the note that's causing the trouble and I think of it melodically, I simply ask you to add vibrato to it. You know, the brain has a different reaction to melody than it does technique. Technique is stressful, you know? Melody is relaxing, calming, you know, and that's the state you need to be in when you're facing things that can be somewhat tricky. So just pay attention to some of the things I'm suggesting and try to think about, you know, why it is you're doing that, and become a better problem solver, and you'll find your progress will be tremendous. Okay, that's great. Yeah. Sorry to be so blunt, but that's good. That's very good.